Noddy, back to Newcastle this weekend. How are you in the group feeling?
Yeah, good. Obviously, it was exciting to be a part of the first ever Magic round. I don't think we'll forget it. Obviously, it's the lightning delay, the weather, the return to the field with a very heavy downpour. So it was from that point of view, it was very courageous from a lot of the fans that turned up to be a part of it. We had Lucy make her NRLW debut, which was probably for our team and for our club was probably the most exciting part of the weekend. But yeah, it was a challenging result.
And you played against a really tough Roosters side. What was that experience like for a pretty young group, and where did they need to improve to get the win this weekend?
Yeah, I think we made a few fundamental errors, and obviously I think every time you make an error against a quality side, they make you pay for it. So that was some of the lessons we took away. We had a really good chat to the group about that Roosters team. As you said, they're a bit more mature and probably got more experience, but they've also been created as well. So if you put the hard work in and do the training, you can certainly take those roads to improving.
And playing against Newcastle this weekend, where do you see their strengths?
Yeah, obviously a couple of good strengths. Obviously, you've got an outstanding halfback. Jesse Southwell seems to be playing both sides of the field, steer him around. Probably got one of the best kicking games in the NRLW competition, and obviously led by their captain, Yasmin Clydesdale. So, going really good. Obviously, they're competing. They've got a good completion rate. A couple of ex-teammates of these girls are playing on the wing and for fullback for the Newcastle Knights. So it's a little challenge there, and I'm sure they'll be motivated to play next team. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we don't get Newcastle again. With Origin in Newcastle was horrible. Magic round in Newcastle was horrible weather-wise. Fingers crossed we can get the third time lucky.
And you mentioned Lucy making a debut. The first player to come through all the West Tigers junior pathways grades in the women's side of things. How special is that for this club? It is a big moment.
Yeah, really, really special. And I think our pathways is something that we want to hold our heads really high about. We've got an 18s Raw team that's coming to Newcastle. We're the NRLW side, we're going watching them play on Friday night. So it's a really big connection that we care about our pathways, we care about our players coming through, and hopefully have aspirations for them becoming a West Tigers NRLW player. So Lucy making transition all the way through the junior ranks to the seniors, very, very impressive. As you said, she's the first player that have done that. And the really positive thing about it on the weekend for Lucy was that she handled the game as well. She looked not out of place, did very, very well, and instantly she was told at full time she'll be picked for the next week, which is going back to Newcastle again.
And do you see more girls like her just coming through those grades now that the women's game just continues to grow?
Oh, I think the more time they get to play the game, the more knowledge they have, the more time they've been around rugby league, the better they're going to be for it. So you're right, the fact that the Lisa Fiol and the junior competitions are happening now for full competitions, not just round robins. They can start playing football all the way through from young ages all the way through now to being an adult to play senior NRLW football. So for a period of time, people had to stop when they were 12 years of age. That problem's been erased now, and now we've got junior competitions that matches exactly the same as the boys do. So I think it will happen more. I think the fact there's proper pathways now for NRLW players, there's proper pathways coming through the juniors. And the other thing about that is when you watch Lucy train and you watch how focused she is at training, she also does the work. So the pathways is there, but then it's the player's choice to train hard.
And you've had a number of really, really close games this year. Where do you see just those little improvements to get that first win?
Yeah, I think there's a few moments in every game, as you said, but we play in a premium competition, so you've got to get most of it pretty right for a long period of time. So a 70-minute performance would be nice. I feel like we can maintain a period and then, an error or a drop ball leads to a try. So it'd be nice if we have that feeling of what a win feels like. I think it'll add a lot of belief and a lot of confidence, but also I think it'll just trigger a few things about how to get results done and how to change from, as you said, just losing those games to understanding how to win those games.